Hey, Internet. Eric here. Well, it's Sunday, and if I'm doing a video on a Sunday, that means it is Bloody Sunday. Bloody Sunday is a concept where you take a death from a specific film, TV show, what have you, make a short and sweet video about it. And today, as of this recording, today's also Father's Day. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to make a Bloody Sunday video in a way, in some way, shape, or form related to Father's Day. And I didn't want to go the easy route and talk creep show in that segment. So I decided the death I'm going to choose is going to come from the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And of course, if it's Father's Day, it's going to be coming from Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot, spoilers, specific scenes, all that crap. The basic plot of Freddy's Dead, I have talked about it on this channel before. Everyone knows what it is. Basic plot in a nutshell is all the teenagers in Elm Street, or in Springwood, are dead, except for one, John. He is allowed to live to go to another town and bring in Freddy's daughter. So that's it, hence Father's Day. I myself have talked about how I'm not a huge fan of this one. It's not my least favorite in the franchise, but I have said that it's not one of my favorites because of the jokey stuff, because basically it's Looney Tunes. If you want to know my thoughts on that, go to that video. But the death I'm going to talk about is specifically Freddy's death in this movie, the actual killing off, air quotes, of Freddy in this. And we're at the end of the movie. Freddy has been brought back into the real world. He is in the, I guess you would say, the section of the youth center that his daughter Maggie, or Catherine, her birth name, is that they're in the section of the youth center where they hiding all the weapons that the kids bring in, be it knives, pipe bombs, fucking maces with nails, stuck into it, all the good stuff, the fun stuff that teenagers in the 90s and now mess with. So he's been brought back into the real world, and he has tried to trick Maggie into letting him live, showing her what he looked like before the burns and all this and that. And of course, she doesn't fall for it. And it ends up being an all-out brawl. This movie, despite its faults and the jokey stuff, this final sequence, this fight between Maggie and Freddy, is really good. We have punches, kicks. Freddy is climbing like seriously the ceiling. There's a scene where, Maggie's already beating up Freddy. She says, "Oh, I remember when I used to hold your hand, Daddy." And then she literally cracks his hand backwards, and he has to fix his hand like that. By the end of the scene, Tracy and Doc, the two other survivors, they are going through the cabinet, or whatever you would say, with all the leftover weapons, and they're tossing them to Maggie through either the hole in the grate or underneath it, and tons of knives, ninja stars of all things. Basically, Maggie is throwing them at Freddy, literally pinning him to the wall. He's got one free hand. She's got a fucking crowbar. And this is a scene that I can handle gore easily. And if you've seen my channel, you know me. She takes the crowbar. He's got one free hand, and she swipes it down at him. He blocks it, but the crowbar goes in his hand, and she pins it to him. And what gets me is it's the curved part of the crowbar that goes in his hand, and it's the sound. I'm a sound guy. And then eventually, Freddy's glove is thrown to her. And this is really cool. Again, it's Robert Englund teasing Maggie with the glove. He's saying, "Put it on, see if it fits," something like that. And she puts it on. She likes it. He says, "It's in your blood. Use it," type of thing. And as she's doing that, he's pulling out the crowbar. And like I said, since it's the curved part of the crowbar, he has to dig out of his hand, and you hear the crunching noises of like it going on his bones and stuff like that. Get you. She walks up, and remember, this part's in 3D. So we had that cool shot of her walking up to Freddy with the glove. She stabs him in the chest. But that's not it. Of course, Tracy finds the pipe bomb that Spencer made earlier. That's why he got in trouble. She throws it to him. It's lit. She grabs it. This is really cool. Maggie spins around, plants it, boom, deep into Freddy's chest. Here's the Father's Day part. She looks at him. She says, "Happy Father's Day." Gives him a kiss on the cheek. Runs away. Doc, Yaphet Kotto, he literally pries the door, because she's locked in, off its hinges. They get out. Maggie, she runs. And I always loved this. Lisa Zane did this. Is it Lisa or Lisa? Either way, the actress, she looks right at Freddy and she gives like a smile, like it's going to happen as they run. Then Freddy looks down at him, looks right at the camera and just goes, "Kids." Blows up. This would have been really cool to see in the theater in 3D. I would have loved it. He's shooting everywhere. Weird effect. Freddy's head is screaming and he morphs. Like his head literally morphs backwards, back into his face, screaming, back into his face, like 2 or 3 times. And then his head just blows up. And then you have them weird little dream demon sperm-looking tadpole things flying around with their bad mouth special effects, laughing as Freddy is dead. And they fly away. We cut to Maggie. The 3D glasses come back, gives them back to Doc, and she says the title, just like Peter Griffin, he points out when they say the name of the movie, she says, "Freddy's dead." End of the movie. My thoughts on the movie notwithstanding, this was a great death. I really thought it was a lot of fun. The fight itself was great. Freddy was finally, air quotes, put to rest until Hollywood and money talked. But great death. And I thought it would be fun to discuss that on Father's Day. So that's it. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Tell me what you think. I made this kind of with Monty G and Bronco Juggalo in mind because they are huge fans of Freddy's Dead. And happy Father's Day to all the guys out there that are doing it. It's tough work. It's worth it. I'm rambling, but I will say this. Happy Bloody Sunday. Happy Father's Day. See you in the next video. Freddy's Dead. I'm rambling. Cheers.